commissioners, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to extend a special greeting
to our superintendent, Dr. Peter Barron, and our St. Paul Education Vice Chair, Guido Mueller. My name is Elena Risky, and I will be your host for the ceremonies this morning. We welcome all of you here and offer congratulations to all the students whose perseverance and hard work has created success for them. Thank you to all the community donors who have so generously agreed to support the hard work and determination of the students of St. Paul Regional High School. I would now like to invite Mrs. Katowich to do the land acknowledgement, introduce the singing of O Canada, and the youth prayer. Good morning, Tansei, Bonjour.
is Treaty 6 territory, the traditional homeland of many First Nations, including the Cree, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and Dene peoples, and the Métis Nation of Alberta. We honor and respect the histories, languages, ceremonies, and cultures of all Indigenous peoples who have cared for this land for generations. As we gather today to celebrate the academic success of our students, we do so with gratitude, humility, and with the commitment to ongoing learning, respect, and reconciliation. Can I please ask everyone to stand if they are able and remove their hats for the singing of O Canada by Miss Molly Gratton. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you, Molly. I would now like to call upon Mrs. Gloria Half, our cultural advisor, to give a Cree youth prayer.
Good morning. Nigan kahkio katam skat na waun tu temtik. Okay, I'll say a prayer for the students who are receiving the awards. How mamohtawi mam stekag sewat sin. Msteik na naskumt na nochtoskis kaukap mia. Minap matsun gap mia. How imahtau sinin tatamata kasawi mia kakyo. Minak tahotsin nuitewagan nanak. Ntoasam sananak nusam nanak kakyo in tatamata kasawi tamawia. Mino maksno matu kamik minoke kimawak minoke uksna muaganak minoksna magewak kakyo kasawi tamawia umasune mantugis kan pisem minoke kagisih tatsik anhe hokis panatamasunua hinta tamata kasawi matsik minegak takanagi minegak takanagi maganik humiotu tamuau mutenigan aiwa katik snamagustik amiotusketik amiupmatstik mina apu keta tueka kitea iutsik euksangisin totamagis tamuaya kakio ai hai.
Thank you, Mrs. Haff. I would now like to call upon our board vice chair, Mr. Udo Mueller, to give greetings on behalf of the St. Paul Board of Education.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the St. Paul Regional Education Division School Board, I'd like to wish students and teachers, staff, parents, and honored guests a royal welcome. Royal welcome, I say, because right after this, I have to fly over to elementary school for a Santa Claus gig. Now, why they asked me? Anyways, thank you for being here. And extra credit to the students who made it on time this morning. That alone deserves recognition, I think. Today is about celebrating achievement, but before we hand out awards, I want to remind us that awards don't just represent grades and trophies or titles. They represent effort, growth, and sometimes survival. Let me start with a quick story. Earlier this year, a student came rushing into school during first period, backpack half open, hair doing something physics can't explain. And when asked what happened, they said, "My alarm didn't go off." Well, it turns out the alarm did go off. They just hit snooze 7 times. Now, I share this not to call anybody out, because I'm pretty sure half the room has been there, but because that student still made it to school. They didn't turn around, they didn't give up, they showed up. And that's what this first lesson is today. Showing up matters. Every award given today is proof that someone kept showing up, even when it was hard or early or inconvenient. This morning, we are recognizing students who excelled academically, athletically, artistically, and in leadership. But behind every award is a story that doesn't fit on a certificate. A story that talks about late nights, early mornings, extra practice, and yes, probably a few moments of self-doubt. Which brings me to my second story. We know the famous phrase, "This is a group project." One student does the slides, the other one does the research, the third student says, "I'll help," but then disappears like magic. But somehow the project gets done. And that's because real success, like real learning, is messy. It involves teamwork and patience and leadership, and occasionally sending a very polite reminder text at midnight. I think of 3 or 4 words that sum up what probably each of the students getting an award has an extra dollop of, and that's persistence, perseverance, showing up, and then finally a pretty good sense of humor to be able to laugh at themselves and others, with others, and at the situation. The students we're honoring today didn't succeed alone. They learned how to work with others, how to lead, and sometimes how to step up when things didn't go as planned. Students, I hope you take pride in what you've accomplished, but I also hope you remember that this award is not a finish line. It's just a milestone. Some of you are discovering what you're good at. Some of you are discovering what you don't want to ever do again. And that both are valuable. To the parents and teachers here today, thank you. Your encouragement and patience and belief make more difference than you know, even if it's not always acknowledged out loud. And to the students not receiving an award today, your story is still being written. Keep showing up. Keep trying. Your moment is coming. Thank you very much, and congratulations, students.
Thank you, Mr. Mueller. I would now like to call on Mr. Mark Tchkowski, our principal, for his opening remarks.
Getting old. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to begin welcoming Vice Chair Udo Mueller and, of course, our Superintendent, Dr. Barron, our guests, parents, staff, and, of course, our students. Today is a special moment for us as we come together to celebrate the achievements of some truly outstanding students. The success we are recognizing this morning did not happen by accident. It is a result of hard work, focus, perseverance, and genuine commitment to learning, both inside and outside the classroom. You should be very proud of what you have accomplished. That said, none of this is ever done alone. Behind every student being recognized today is a strong support system. Parents who encourage, teachers and EAs who guide and challenge, and coaches and mentors who push you to do your best. This celebration reflects the power of teamwork and community, and what can happen when people believe in you and support you along the way. As you accept your awards today, I encourage you to take a moment to thank those who helped you to get to where you are today. And as you look ahead, carry forward the same determination and positive mindset that brought you the success you have today. Your future is full of possibilities, and this is just the beginning. Congratulations to all our award recipients, and Merry Christmas to everyone else. Thank you.
Thank you. To start off our awards ceremony, we will be presenting our Academic Honor Awards. We will start with Honor Roll and follow with Honors with Distinction. To be placed on the Honor Roll for Grade 10, a student must attain a clear average of 80% or higher in 5 subjects. The following courses are eligible at the Grade 10 level: English 10-1 or English 10-2, 2 of the following: Social Studies 10-1 or 10-2, Mathematics 10C, Science 10, and a language other than the one used above at the Grade 10 level, any 2 other subjects with a minimum 3 credits at the 10 level, including CTS modules at the introductory level. I will call forward the following students to receive their Grade 10 honors certificates. We would ask that students please accept their award on stage and then gather for a group photo off stage. Please hold your applause until all the students have come forward to receive their award from Mr. Demasek. Tanner Anderson. Caleb Austria. Brianna Black. Emerson Russo. Rave Cardinal. Finley Demasak. Fallon Deshane. Brooklyn Deschamps. Grace Fleming. Savannah Fontaine. Zach Germain. Molly Grattan. Linium Harris. Jordan Hartford. Taylor Hebert. Dusty House. Aiden Jeffrey. Dalen Lajmadir. Ryder Lee. Sarah Lester. Frank Longbon. Brooklyn License. Seth Martin. Michaela Newberry Stratford. Victoria Ing. Aiden Noel. Liam Nolan. Dakin Nianchu. Blake Pollock. Hannah Pluhowie. Hannah Poulin. Cameron Robinson. And McKenna Zeroni. Next, we'll go to our Honors with Distinction for Grade 10. A student must attain a clear average of 80% or higher in 4 subjects, including English 10-1, Social 10-1, Math 10C, and Science 10. I will now call forward all recipients of Honors with Distinction in Grade 10. We would again ask that students please accept their award on stage and then gather for a group photo off stage. Please hold your applause until all the students have come forward to receive their award from Mr. Tichkowski. Shulamite Bassanen. Carly Blaine. Paige Bond. Hannah Burton. Avery Crook. Alexander Deshane. Elia De Los Santos. Callie Foisey. Kerwin Garcia, Kira Graham, Sydney Griffiths, Eli Haddad, Jade Hebert, Brody Johnson, Lauren LaCroix, Trish Labrie, Ireland Lauren, Elena Martin, Haley Noel, Amelia Penner, Aubrey Pinka, Amber Robbie, Amber Robinson, Olivia Sanjith, Patrick Cisse, Jenna Tai, Portia Tomlinson, Hannah Use, and Jaden Wilson. Congratulations, grade 10s. To be placed on the honor roll for grade 11, a student must attain a clear average of 80% or higher in 5 subjects. The following courses are eligible at the grade 11 level: English 20-1 or English 20-2, 2 of the following: Social 20-1 or 20-2, Mathematics 20-1 or 20-2, Biology 20, Chemistry 20, Physics 20, or Science 20, a language other than the one used above at the grade 11 level, any 2 other subjects at the 20 level, including 3 credits in CTS modules at the grade 11 level. I will call forward the following students to receive their grade 11 honor certificate:
We would ask that students please accept their award on stage and then gather for a group photo off stage. Please hold your applause until all the students have come forward to receive their award from Mrs. Katowicz. Ariel Bilo. Cherie Labrie. Oakland Labrie. Lana Langevin. Quinn Leapart. Natalie LaRue. Addison Lavasser. Brody Lilly. Alaric Lowe. Erin Marie. Abigail Menard. Miley Michaud. Annalise Morton. Teku Namhara. Keely Ozga. Rihan Rakesh. Kellen Rudiak. Savannah Schneider. Warren Vance. Matthew Yakachuk. And Ethan Uremko. Congratulations, grade 11s. To earn honors with distinction for grade 11, a student must attain a clear average of 80% or higher in 5 subjects, including English 20-1, Social 20-1, Math 20-1, and the average of 2 sciences at the 20 level. I will now call forward all recipients of honors with distinction in grade 11. We would again ask that students please accept their award on stage and then gather for a group photo off stage. Please hold your applause until all the students have come forward to receive their award from Mr. Tichkowski. Abdul Quddus Abdul Salam. Anicio Alvarez. Cadence Bond. Ryan Henderson. Will Herchebes. Gabriella Krakowski. Mia Lampron. Carl Langevin. Wiley LeMay. Delaney Michaud. Roy Manoz. Cindy Martha Nkwele. Janea Pemintuan. Joseph Pilipchuk. Ty Rezel. Elena Risky. Robert Sandmeyer. Kale Warwa. And Matthew Zeroni. Congratulations, grade 11s. We will now move on to the Subject Honors Awards for Grade 10 courses. These awards are presented to a Grade 10 student at St. Paul Regional High School who, on first attempt, attains the highest academic average in each Grade 10 course. We would like to call upon Mrs. Ranger, Mrs. Mahe, Miss Workman, and Miss Ozga to present some of our Grade 10 awards. English 10-1 is presented to Paige Baum, Jenna Tai, Sydney Griffiths, and Aubrey Pinka. English 10-2 is presented to Linium Harris. English 10-4 is presented to Sophie Petruk. Congratulations, and thank you, Mrs. Ranger. Math 10C is presented to Aubrey Pinka. Math 10-3 is presented to Eris Ard. Math 10-4 is presented to Martha Lowen. Thank you, Mrs. Mahe. Science 10 is presented to Aaliyah De Los Santos. Science 14 is presented to Jamela Battis. Science 10-4 is presented to Sophie Petruk. Congratulations, and thank you, Ms. Workman. Social 10-1 is presented to Aubrey Pinka and Aaliyah De Los Santos. Social 10-2 is presented to Jamela Battis. And Social 10-4 is presented to Sophie Petruk. Thank you, Ms. Osga. We would now like to call upon Mrs. Lavasser and Mrs. Haff to present a few more Grade 10 awards. Aboriginal Studies 10 is presented to Natasha Bull. Cree 10 is presented to Dane John, Rachel Jackson, and Dalen Lajmadier. French Language Arts 10 is presented to Paige Bond and Sydney Griffiths. Music 10 is presented to Carl Felix and Josh Cabanas. Because sports performance is always a mixed class of grades 10 to 12. Sorry. Let's try that again. Because sports performance is always a mixed class of grades 10 to 12, we award one sports performance award for top female and top male. The Sports Performance Top Female Award is presented to Erin Marie. And the Sports Performance Top Male Award is presented to Ty Lester. Thank you, Mrs. Levasseur and Mrs. Half. We would like to congratulate all grade 10 Subject Honor Awards recipients on a job well done. We will now move on to the Subject Honors Awards for grade 11 courses. These awards are presented to a student at St. Paul Regional High School who, on first attempt, attains the highest academic average in each grade 11 course. We would now like to call upon Mrs. Blackowicz, Mr. Penner, Mrs. Songer, and Mrs. Foisey to present some of our grade 11 awards. English 20-1 is presented to Elena Risky. English 20-1 is presented to Cherie Labrie. Thank you, Mrs. Blackowicz. Math 20-1 is presented to Abdul Qudus Abdul Salam. Math 20-3 is presented to Addison Sadlowski and Jenica Dela Cruz. Math 20-4 is presented to Martha Lowen. Thank you, Mr. Penner. Biology 20 is presented to Elena Risky, Abdul Qudus Abdul Salam, and Mia Lampron. Chemistry 20 is presented to Elena Risky. Physics 20 is presented to Wiley LeMay. Science 20 is presented to Cindy Martha Nkwele and Ethan Uremko. Science 24 is presented to Addison Sadlowski. Thank you, Mrs. Songer. Social 20-1 is presented to Elena Risky. Social 20-2 is presented to Ethan Uremko. Thank you, Mrs. Foisey. Could we please call on Mrs. Half, Mrs. Levasseur, and Mrs. Lawton to come and present some additional grade 11 awards? Aboriginal Studies 20 is presented to Alexi Makokis. Cree Language 20 is presented to Janisa Cardinal. French 20 is presented to Aubrey Pinka. Music 20 is presented to Savannah Schneider. General Psychology 20 is presented to Shulamite Bassanen and Aaliyah De Los Santos. Abnormal Psychology 35 is presented to Aubrey Pinka. Thank you, Mrs. Half, Mrs. Lavasser, and Mrs. Lawton. If I could now call up Mr. Strachey to present the Phys Ed 20 Award. Phys Ed 20 is presented to Joseph Pilipchuk, Matthew Zeroni, and Natalie LaRue. Thank you, Mr. Strachey. We would like to congratulate all Grade 11 Subject Honors Award recipients on achieving excellence in these courses. We now call upon Mr. Tichkowski to present the highest average overall in each grade. These awards are presented to a student in each grade who has the highest academic average between English, social, studies, math, and science at the -1 level. We would like to acknowledge the hard work that goes into earning this prestigious award. The highest academic average award for grade 10 is presented to Aubrey Pinka. The highest academic average award for grade 11 is presented to Elena Risky. Congratulations. The Regional High School Academic Athletic Award honors student athletes that compete in a minimum of 3 sports and maintain a high academic average. It uses the same criteria as Athlete of the Year for the athletic side, as well as the highest academic average criteria on the academic side. We now call upon Mr. Strachey to give out these $100 awards on behalf of our sponsors. Grade 10 Academic Athletic Female Award goes to Trish Labrie, sponsored by the St. Paul Tennis Club. Grade 10 Academic Athletic Male Award goes to Brody Johnson, sponsored by TD Laser. Grade 11 Academic Athletic Female Award goes to Caden Spawn, sponsored by Flatline Mechanical. Grade 11 Academic Athletic Male Award goes to Matthew Zeroni, sponsored by Flatline Mechanical. Thank you, Mr. Strackley. Congratulations to all of our academic athletic award recipients, and thank you to all our donors who continue to support our students and our athletics program. Now we would like to recognize excellence in our CTS courses. Annually, the St. Paul Visual Arts sponsors our art awards. We're very thankful to an additional sponsor, Delta Art and Drafting, who has matched each donation this year. The St. Paul Visual Arts also sponsored our ceramics award recipients. Thank you to both of our sponsors for these awards. I will now call upon Mrs. Orbell to present both the art and ceramics awards. Art 10 is presented to Shulamite Bassanen. Art 20 is presented to Rihanna Champagne. Ceramics 15 is presented to Josh Cabanis and Sophie Petruk. Ceramics 25 is presented to Rihanna Champagne. Thank you, Mrs. Orbell. I would like to call upon Miss Rose to present the Cosmo Awards. We are very thankful that the Crowbar Boutique is sponsoring these awards with gift cards to their store. The Cosmo 10 or 1C Award is presented to Trish Labrie. The Cosmo 20 or 2C Award is presented to Lana Langevin. Thank you, Ms. Rose. I would now like to call upon Mr. Gratton to present our construction awards. We're very thankful that the St. Paul Cornerstone Co-op sponsors our construction awards with gift cards to their store. For Construction 10 or 1C, it's presented to Zach Germain. The Construction 20 or 2C Award is presented to Ty Rezel. I would now like to call upon Mr. Legacy to present our Fabrication Awards. We would like to now thank our local sponsors, both Lindy Canada and Welding Ltd, for sponsoring our Fabrication Awards. For Fabrication 1C or 10, this award is sponsored by Lindy Canada and the Lloydminster branch and is presented to Amber Robbie. Fabrication 20, or 2C, is sponsored by Welding Ltd. And is presented to Seth Duquette. Thank you, Mr. Legacy. Can I now have Miss Rebecca Katowich come up to present the Foods 10 and 20 awards? We would like to thank the Twisted Fork for supporting our students' success. Foods 10, or 1A, is presented to Jenna Tai. Foods 20, or 2A, is presented to Erin Marie. Thank you, Ms. Katowich. Now I'd like to call upon Mrs. Zinowitz to present our Mechanics Awards. Our Mechanics 10, or 1H award is sponsored by Matco Tools and is awarded to Will LaFrance. Mechanics 20 is also graciously sponsored by Matco Tools and is awarded to Elena Risky. The BBK Rising Star Award goes to a student in mechanics who has great potential in the field of mechanics and saw the greatest improvement in class. It's sponsored annually by BBK Mechanical, and it goes to Kadane McKenzie. Congratulations. Our final award for mechanics is our Women in the Trades Award. We would like to thank Lakeland Chevrolet for sponsoring this award, which recognizes young women who excel in the trades. This year, we would like to congratulate Cheyenne Tremblay for receiving this award. Thank you, Mrs. Inowitz. I would now like to call upon Mrs. Half to present the Honoring Spirit Indigenous Student Awards. This award is intended to recognize First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students who model strength and commitment in the pursuit of their personal education path and embrace their own gifts, strengths, and potential while celebrating the ways of their people. This award is presented to Royce Jackson, Rachel Jackson, Janisa Cardinal, and Troy Pasquiak. I would now like to call upon Mrs. Katowich, who will present the final award of the morning. For our last award, we celebrate an extraordinary individual who has gone above and beyond in her dedication to our school community. Our nominee for the Volunteer of the Year Award is a dedicated member of our Athletic Parents Association, currently serving as our president. Along with the Executive Committee, she has played a key role in organizing fundraising initiatives such as the high school rodeo concessions, alumni basketball event, 50/50s, and rodeo security. She was also instrumental in establishing the St. Paul Regional High School Rodeo Mile. These fundraising efforts contributed to our most recent bus purchase. This bus purchase not only supports our athletic teams, but also facilitates academic field trips, hiking and ski trips, and post-secondary tours. Congratulations, Shelley Krinkowski, for being our Volunteer of the Year. This brings our awards celebration to a close. It has been our pleasure to be your hosts. Thank you. Before we close, we would like to thank all the community donors for their contribution to the students of St. Paul Regional High School. Our students in grade 10, 11, and 12 this year will receive over $20,000 in local awards and scholarships sponsored by our community. We would like to encourage all students who received a gift or monetary award to thank their sponsors personally. If you do not know how to contact your sponsor, please come and ask at the office. A special thank you to the parents of all of our students for bringing such awesome kids to St. Paul Regional High School. And finally, thank you to everyone for your attention this morning. We look forward to another great year with lots of academic success.